Give them sympathy.
Okay. This next one, which kind of is a nice segue because it says personal triggers. And it says, according to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration, there may be situations or topics that trigger emotional distress or trauma for individuals. In such cases, it is important to approach empathetic conversations with sensitivity and caution. Practice such as trauma-informed care highlights the importance of creating safe and supportive environments for individuals who have experienced trauma. So, like I said earlier, I don't like dealing with people that's always something wrong with them, or people that's always lying. Or I think of, like, say for instance, maybe not you, but just an example. If somebody had maybe struggled with um, lust, and somebody's always coming to them telling them certain things about that, and maybe they're not fully moved on from it, so maybe they like, I don't want to keep discussing this with you, and you might be tempted to go back down that lane. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think of stuff like that too. So now let me move into what I said earlier. I said that you shouldn't refer to yourself as an empath. So, because I hear a lot of people say it a lot, and I actually learned this recently. It said empath and why you shouldn't consider yourself that. The definition I mentioned earlier is one, because it said, what's the word? It says paranormal. Paranormal, I actually think of ghosts. Ghosts don't exist, for those that don't know. And because they're not ghosts, but but the synonym for empath is psychic or intuitive. And I'm a firm believer that words have power. And also, empath, when you say something over yourself, you come into agreement with it. So if you're telling people I'm an empath, empaths are known for to encounter emotional exhaustion, and I can feel the energy and whatever they're going through, now I'm going through. Here's the thing. I want to have empathy for you, but I don't want to absorb what you're going through. There is a difference. If y'all don't take nothing else from this episode, take that. Now, as stated by Judith Orloff, it says in her article Psychology Today, the trademark of an empath is feeling and absorbing other people's emotions because of their high sensitivities. These people filter the world through their intuition and have a difficult time intellectualizing their feelings. This aligns with your understanding that being an empath goes beyond the standard definition of empathy. Now, before I keep going, what's your take on that?
Uh, I don't wish that on anybody. That must be exhausting, you know, just to just to feel like what, like, 'cause you never know what other people are going through, you know, like, and just to feel their pain. That's, I don't know. That would be unbearable, like, for me at least.
Did you ever watch X-Men growing up?
A few of them. I saw a few movies.
Well, I think of the super empath was, I don't know if that's what she was based off of. That would make sense. I think of the character Rogue, and this was a character in the show who, if she touched you, she could absorb your powers, but she
Mhm.
also could absorb your memories. In some cases, your accent. In some cases, your your feelings and emotions. So when I think of her as like the super empath, and like she would sometimes have like mental breakdowns and stuff because of it.
Mhm.
So in a sense, that's what I think about when I think of empaths, because you absorbing all this stuff from other people and you come into agreement with being a psychic, and we all know about that. So it's like, slow your roll. It then says that empaths not only understand and share their feelings with others, but they also feel these emotions themselves. This heightened sensitivity often extends to their environment. Um, they may experience physical discomfort when other people are in pain, or feel stress during the presence of a tense individual. The empathetic experience is more intense and more direct than common empathetic responses, which can often lead to overwhelming feelings. Therefore, while empathy is shared understanding and resonance with the feelings of others, being an empath signifies a deeper connection where individuals experience the emotions and energies in their own physical state. I don't want that. That just sounds like a spell to me. I don't want that. And maybe I'm being dramatic. You know, I get we supposed to rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep, but at what cost?